Welcome to the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This is another installment in Learning from the Pros. In this episode, we're going to look at a BRICKCRAFT building set that features Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Officially, this set is called Bumble and Rudolph Christmas Tree, set number 72377. I saw this while shopping and I thought, wow, they are really expanding their line. And so I thought, try and give them a shot and see how close they can get to the source material. So we'll find out. And let's see, I think the top. Yep. It's, wow, sealed for sure. There we go. Okay. So in the other BRICKCRAFT sets that I have built, they have been single flowers, and it was just a fold-out manual. But here it's an actual booklet. Oh. So for the decorations of the tree, they have this. It's actually kind of appealing. There's the pearl gold, but then it's glitter in between. I'll look at it look at it closer when I get to it. But let's see. I'm assuming bag one. Oh, and the rest of their line. Okay, sort by color. Yeah, I saw that is a good tip. But yes, bag one. Okay, so there are multiple bags with the same number, but so there are two bags of bag one. And let's get started. Oh, we're gonna need the plate right away. So it's just one. So somehow that's going to build it all. So the bag does not open as easily as their competitor, but there's another way just to easily open it, like so. Oh, some details. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna need, oh, how nice. They put the number for the length, so 1 by 8 and an 8 by 16. That's nice. But let's make sure that that is 8, yeah. And then another, two more 1 by 8s. That's 1 by 6. Oh, looky that. It's 1 by 6 that I needed. And then there's some space left there. Okay. And then a half circle with smooth curves on top. And then flip it around, and could be medium azure. I'm not sure what the official color is for BRICKCRAFT, a color this shade of blue, but this one. And it almost resembles the centerpiece recently done, the dried floral arrangement, but it could be just a coincidence because it is a pleasing shape. Okay, so that's an interesting approach. And goes like this. The blues match up. And then on top, we're going to do some more things. Let's see. I guess a 2x4 flat or smooth plate to connect them on the top side. And then there's a 1x2 with a single stud on top. There it is. Right there. And then a 2x1 half circle. And then a 2x2 circle, smooth plate. Opposite that here. Okay. And then we're going to see something here. Okay, so this is the base for a turntable, but not the actual turntable. It goes right there. So now we're going to need one 1x6 and two 1x8s. So notice how they called it out. That's kind of nice. So these two are the 1x8s, and then one 1x6 right there. Okay, so that's actually nice. Okay, now I need to find the 1x6 smooth. All right there. Okay, and then we're going to look at this right here. It's a angle plate with horizontal studs with these slopes, like so. And it's going to be placed right. Oh, like that, yep. Because 2 and 2. Oh, okay, so we're going to need this other plate. Oops. One by 8. Oh, got 2x6 right there. Like that, and then, yeah, so 1x8 up here. So that's that. And then I need a half circle with the white smooth curves on top. And then on the bottom, the medium azure curves with 4x4 round plate. that attaches to this. And then on this side, the 2x4 smooth plate is oriented in this fashion. And then right next to it is a 2x2 like that. It's a half circle attached to a half square. So that much. And then another half circle, half square right here. So those corners meet, corners meet. Then we're going to add another half circle, half square right here with a 2x2 plate with a single stud right here. Those corners touch, and then another half circle, half square right there. Okay, then it's all connected like so. Then a 1x8 right here. Another 1x8 here. With a special plate with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer logo. And it goes like that. Okay, so that's a very clean design. There's definite edge, some detail with the blue. But so now there are these steps which look like it's going to be the gifts. So this 3x3 medium azure with a 1x3 dark blue, and then we're going to use these 4 single stud plates on the corners, and dark blue of this single stud plate there to make the ribbon pattern, like so. And then 2 smooth 1x3s. Let's see, let's make sure. It might, well, it doesn't specify, but since it's dark blue on both middle parts, it's cannot be avoided as to which one it is. And this one's going to take 2 smooth single stud plates or thereabouts on the outer edge, and then the one with the stud goes in the middle, and it goes, oh, they have a nice diagram right there. So I can see the smooth plates right there, and it aligns with that, and center it. Oh, no, not center. There's 2 studs and then 1 stud there. So I see that line. Oops. And it's 2 studs on top. The sign is right there, so that's the front. And then 2 and 2, so we're aligned. Okay. Step 14, we were going to make another gift. This purple with a lavender or maybe even light purple. 2x2 with single stud, and then a flower. Oh, wait. That's interesting. This 2x2 with a single stud has a indentation on it. It's almost like a deliberate pattern. I have not noticed that before. Okay, so now they're saying on the corner, put it on top of the dark blue single stud. There. And then we're going to go and make the train. So this thing. I'm not even sure. It was in the Lego set Cozy House. And I think they also used it for a train. But here's like clear 2x1. Oop. And then this part, a modified 2x1. This goes like that with 4 gray rounded single step plates. Smooth. Okay, and then a single set of this. It's I would say this is a metallic silver. Very reflective, more than the gray here. It goes, combine also a reflective silver cone. And it goes on the front here with a curved single stud brick. And a few more details. This rounded 1x2 with, it looks dark on paper, but considering that there's only so much to choose from, it's this clear single stud plate with this angle to be the cow catcher. Oops. Okay. Can work as a train. Oh, and then which one? Oh, okay. So we're going to place, or maybe I should have already placed it. Yeah, I should have already placed it. Let's see. Where did I mess up? Oh, no. There. Back when I put this part here, I should have put a 2x2 with a single stud there. That's all right. Right there. And then it just goes on like that. Oh, so now in bag 2, we're going to do the tree. Let's go. There were a few times that I wanted to open it the other way, but I had to remind myself, nope, I have to do it this way in terms of going like that. So it looks like we're going to start with the base of the tree, which starts with a purple 2x4, but there's no holes in that one. Huh. Let's make sure there's no holes. Let's see. Oh yeah, there are holes. It's just from that angle, there's they just look like an extension of the studs. So these are fine. All right, and in the center, it's a rounded 2x2 brick. And then we're going to use the corner bricks on top of a 1x4 plate and do this 2 times. And it's also curious they chose this color. Not that it brings into mind anything that was in the original movie. Oh, and then attached like so. So it's flat. But they could have gone with another primary, such as red or yellow, even blue, or the true blue. But I wonder if they're expanding their color availability. Okay, so that's step 31. We're going to continue with, and then we're going to continue with 2x4 with a 2x2 rounded plate, like that. Cross it over, and then 2 1x4s plates to make it even. And then we're going to get angled or corner plates smooth, and they're going to just wrap around. Okay, so now we're going to use, I'm not sure what the corresponding name of this for this company, but in other places this would be called Technic pieces. It looks like I'm looking for dark gray or black. Ah, there you are. Because they also include a 1-to-1. And there we go. It's ever so, let's see. Yep, no, it's right there. Okay, so then it's inserted through the center. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit push. And it actually comes out through the bottom, but that's probably good enough. Does that indicate? Oh, yeah, it does. This up here. So that's how far it should go, which is flush with the bottom. And immediately put it here. So it's going to be 1 stud away from this present and also from the train. So it's surrounded by a row of single studs. There. Okay, so now we're going to get this drum. I haven't seen this piece. This goes first. It goes into the studs that are below it, and then this 2x2 round brick goes in here. Okay. So then we're going to get into, what size are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a 6. Ah, here we go. It's a dark green. It's not even a perfect circle. There's cutouts. We'll see if they're for a particular reason. On top of that is a 2x2 rounded brick. And then we're going to get into slopes. 4 of them, 2x3s, also in dark green. There we go. Now we're going to get into something else. Let's see. These corner curves are right here. They don't line up with the 2x3s. They're technically a 1x4 slope, but it creates some variety. Even though it's symmetrical, it's not the consistent slope. Okay, and then it's all going to be held together by this 4x4 circle plate. Almost held together. It's curious that you chose circle and not a square. The square would have definitely covered that stud, but there's some wiggle room right there. Okay, on top of that is a 2x2 brown brick, and then on top of that is a plate. That is 2x2 and also brown. Well, this is a interesting shape though. It's very saucer-like. Okay, and then on top of that plate is a 2x2 rounded brick that's brown. And then we're going to get into the octo rings. To me, they almost look like life preservers, but no. And so then we go into step 42. Okay, so it looks like we're going to do the trunk first so that everything can be supported from there. And we're going to get this, which is it's too high brick. That's a 2x2 rounded brick. But on top of that gets a 2x2 rounded plate that's also brown, and it's going to be inserted into the gray rod here. So that is it. But it's going to be inserted. Okay, so there is something stopping it from going all the way, and then I'm just going to go like that and say, yep, that matches the picture. So we're good. And then it goes into there. So that is really secure. It could have been just stacked on top of each other without the rod, but with the rod, it does make it secure. So I'm glad they did that. Okay, so on top of this goes another dark green life preserver. But oh, never mind. It goes a smaller gray rod. This one that goes here first, apparently. And then this one on top. And then on top of that goes the too high 2x2 rounded brick with a 2x2 plate underneath. Both are brown. And then they go up here. So we're going to need another rod. Let's see if this is the one. It is. It goes in first. And then two 2x2 rounded plates that are brown are going to be stacked. And then insert it. Okay. So on top of that goes a life preserver with a 2x2 rounded plate that's brown on top of that. And then insert it. And on top of that is a 4x4 rounded plate that has a 2x2 rounded plate that's brown on top of that. Like that. And then, oh, okay, so this 2x2 rounded brick gets another plate on top of it. It's curious that they use, when you use plates, it's kind of more precise than bricks, and I'm surprised that they use them so much. But two plates stacked together is not a brick. But well, let's see how it goes, because structurally, it might be just enough to put the rods at the right height so that they don't prevent full insertion of the brick. But it's interesting that they chose like here and then here. Okay, and then we're gonna get to a dark green cone, maybe? Oh, let's see. There's a good thing and a bad thing to do. Okay, so where we see these dark marks, they don't go here, they go on the diagonal. So let's say this is it. That's how it is, not like that, which you can't push down. You have to go like that. That's how they connect. There we go. Oh, interesting. Next step is the star. Usually, well, where the tradition actually with my family is the star goes last, but it's okay. So we get this reflective silver with a reflective single stud plate right there, and the actual star component. Yeah, but it suggests to put it close more in, but it looked like it doesn't really look like a star if it's one whole piece is kind of sunken in, but overall it goes on top of the brown brick like so. So in step 50, ooh, please leave space here. So on the bottom ring, you're going to put 7. And so there's a deliberate, don't put a piece there. Now, the question is, are these all the same? They might be all the same. Okay, so let's assume that. And then a modified 2x2, no, sorry, a 2x1 with a claw. Gonna need 7 of them. Okay, so it does not suggest if the one that's missing goes through the front or back. I see the star there, and it suggests something like that. Maybe this way. See the step behind it there. So go in like this. Oh, wait. Yeah, like this. I saw the turn it around, but it should be like this because I see this and without the 2x1 modified plate. Okay, that's an interesting shape. So we're only going to use this one on the middle ring. We're going to do 4. 3 of them normal, but this one's going to have a single stud rounded plate right there. So let's kind of do that one first. And then normal, 3 of them. Okay, so I see, okay, so here's the empty space. So rotate it like that. The empty one goes here in the middle one. And another one here. The one with the dot here. And then one more. Okay. And so then on the other side, there's going to be 4. 4. 2 of them are going to be empty. One of them is going to have a rounded green plate. And the other one's going to have a rounded red plate, smooth. And so from this perspective, red goes here, and empty, and then another empty, and then green. And that completes the middle ring. This one's still empty as of now, unless I missed something, but I think I'm doing good on that. And now we're going to go to the top layer, or the top ring. It's going to get 4, so it's going to be a complete one. 2 of them are going to be empty. The first one that it's going to get is another red, single plate. Let's say single stud plate, smooth. There. And then the other one's going to get a blue, a single stud smooth plate. Here. So reorientating like that. Maybe like this. Oh no, let's see. Okay, so I'm following this. I see that orientation. Yep, yep. And then here, oh, okay. That's the new red. That's why I was being thrown off. Okay, so let's put the new red right there. And then 2 empties. Oops. Let's see if there's a better way of holding it. Probably like that. And then the blue right there. So now I see the two blue, as the picture shows. Then step 54. Another, please leave the space here. So we're going to do 3. 2 of them are going to be empty. One of them has the green single step plate. Okay, so 1 empty, 2 empty, and then green plate. And it's going to go here, between the top row. Let's see what it went there. Between the red and the green is the empty one. Then it's 2 empty. Oops. Okay, so something like this. And then it does show, don't put down the leaves yet, but insert it here. So the blue's the front. I am assuming this. Maybe. Okay, it's in there. Oh, so now it's the decorations part. Now we can look at these pieces here. So the glitter part, it looks like thread. It's not plastic at all, unless it's nylon, but or polyester. But it's not the same. It's almost like silicone. The Z blobs, bright green, vine-looking thing. But this is more. It's fabric. Okay. So now let's see how we're gonna organize all this. We're gonna do a stocking, which is a smooth 2x1 with a modified single stud with a clamp plate, and then like that. Then a rounded edge 2x1 with a single stud detail that looks like that, and then combine them. We have a sock. Oop. There. Goes right there. Next one is a ball that connects to a modified single step plate with a claw. It's also of a pearl gold color. Let's skip one of these and put it there. Next one is a dark green modified single stud with a star, also the pearl color. Skip one and put it there. And then the next one is a little bit something. It's a dark green single stud with a claw, plus this light blue hoop that goes in like that. And these berries go there. Oops. There we go. And it goes skip one and put it here. And then lastly, a single step plate modified with a claw and a red ball. Whoop. Oh no, it went over the desk. We'll see if I need it. There. Okay, and so that's one strand. I suppose they all need to be more or less aligned. Though I'm not sure if it's the right alignment considering that I need to connect it to the other ones. So this strand is more of the green color, but let's start with single stud plate modified with a claw, and that gets a star. And then single plate with a claw, that gets a blue ball. Okay, and then skip one and then insert. And then another claw, well, a single stud plate with a claw, and then gets a star. Single plate with a claw, and that gets a green ball. Single step plate, modify with a claw, and then gets a star. Just trying to align it. There. Thereabouts. We'll see how it comes out in the end. Okay, and so another one. Oh, we're gonna need that red that fell over. Okay, let's see how far we need it. Okay, so a gold single stud plate with a claw gets a blue ball. Dark green single stud. The claw, that gets a star. Skip one and insert. Okay, and then we get the ball. All right. So that's a single stud plate with a claw, and it gets a ball. Skip one and insert. So this one is a red single stud plate with a claw, and it gets this tile with this pattern. Could be a candy cane. I'm not sure. But skip one and insert. And then a single stud plate with a claw, and it gets a green ball. Skip one and then insert. Yep. Okay, so then let's see. I see the one with the wreath. Inserts to the green blue one. And then this one goes into this side. the green, and then the tile with the pattern. Okay, and the next step says, oh, look at this. We are going to fill in that space, but apparently this is going to be easier to put in. So we're going to put, let's do this 2x1 plate with a claw. And then do this here. And then get another leaf with a 2x1 claw. And then insert here. Okay. So the one with the wreath. Oh, did I do it right? No. Wait, maybe. Yeah. Somehow the empty one's right where it needs to be. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So the empty one's on this side. Okay, let's see what they recommend. Okay, so we'll attach that, the leaf, but don't put the garland up yet. Put the leaves down. I'm assuming that's what that one is. Okay, so let's down. Oops. There. Maybe not like that. Give it some air. There we go. Okay, so then I'm counting 3 turns around it. Doesn't specify where it comes up there. Yep. That moves look like purple, but yeah. Okay. Let's get that showing just because I'm not sure there. I would also say it does break the rhythm, but this could be like put something there to make it an ornament too, where the garden pieces hook up. But overall, it looks nice. Put the train back. Okay, so we're there, and then step 64. Oh, I guess inserted. That's the end of 63, and then there you go. Step 64. There's nothing else. So that concludes the base, and we're going to leave it here and go into the characters in the next episode. But this kind of looks cute. I wasn't expecting it for it to be kind of lively. It's the same branch, just repeated, but it's off by being posable. You can have, very slight variations and make it a little bit more lively. So that's kind of nice. This might have not been the best way about it, but it does serve the purpose. I'm not even sure if the traditional plastic tree that almost looks like a pine tree will be the best solution because it's a different pattern. But it is one of those things where this would not work up there. It's just, and then there's no more. Well, actually, I wonder if they make a ring that's smaller that could have been there and just maybe 4 branches, but then it would not be the same. But overall, it's a nice little cute tree with a nice base so that leaves room for, in the future, Rudolph and Bumble. So, this has been the Ponderous Brick Thinker. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked the episode, go and give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep following this series of other brick building sets, go and subscribe and sign up for notifications. And see you next time.